guys.
Hey guys, that's right. Good job, Kiera. So, hi, welcome to the vlog. Today we're going to talk about how the coronavirus or COVID-19 is affecting my daughter who's on the autism spectrum. She doesn't understand germs or coronavirus, and it also is going to affect her schooling. So, I just talk about how it's going to be hard, and it might not be a big deal for some people, but it is for us. My other daughter's a senior in high school, and she's worried about having a prom and graduation, and it's really affecting our family. So I'm just going to document that a little bit here. Doing the vlog a little bit in reverse. First, I'm going to interview Kiera, and then I'm going to talk about the impact of the coronavirus and COVID-19 on my family. So anyway, thanks. Say hi, vlog.
Hi, vlog.
Hi, vlog.
Watching a video. Do you know what the coronavirus is? What is it?
You're watching that. Mama's watching. You do all videos.
You're doing a video?
You will do videos at beach.
You want to do some videos at the beach? Okay, what happened on the bus today?
No.
Can you tell me what happened?
It said no.
It said no. What were you doing?
You don't have school tomorrow.
You don't have school tomorrow? Did you unbuckle your seat?
Yeah, okay.
And what happened? What did Ed say?
No. It's a down seat.
You got to sit down in your seat. You can't buy markers if you don't listen to the bus driver, right? It's not funny.
Bye, funny.
Yeah, say goodbye to funny. It's not funny if you're naughty on the bus. Right, do you know what germs are? Hey, what are germs?
Brooklyn had cat.
Oh, Miss Brockelman has a cat. Do you know what germs are?
No.
No. Do you know what coronavirus is?
No school tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Kristen, and I'm a special needs on. First off, I want to say, if you like what you see, can you please press the like and subscribe button? That way I can get out into the YouTube universe. And second, I want to say, I did not send my kid to school sick today. She was better when I sent her. The coronavirus pandemic, it's a pandemic now happening. I want to talk about how this affects, that's my daughter, the oldest, how the virus affects children who have special needs or autism. Kiera came down with an illness last Friday. She had a fever of 101. She stayed home all weekend. Her dad brought her to the doctor. He had her tested, x-rayed, all that stuff. They said she has a virus. And her face was just awful. So the next day, on Monday, she felt so much better. We went to the beach. She was running on the beach. She was feeling better. But her face was still like all gross. So I kept her home to get that to heal. So then Tuesday, she was 100% herself again. She was herself. She needed to go back to school. Her face was just a little red, but not that much. So she got up this morning. She was fine. She was full of it, just like Kiera is always full of it. She didn't have a fever. She was barely has, like, I don't even notice a runny nose. She's better, not coughing. She goes to school. She's there for 20 minutes, and I get a call that I need to come get her, that she doesn't have a fever, but she coughs, and she can't cover it, so she needs to come home. And I was like, no. Because, well, number one, Kiera can pull the wool over your eyes, and she can play it. She can play you like a fiddle. And I know that they were saying, oh, you don't feel good. How are you feeling? Oh, and she's probably going, oh, I'm sick. I don't feel good. And then if they said, you're coughing, she coughs more. The more you ask her if she's coughing, she coughs more. So I said to the nurse, I said, she was not coughing at home at all. Like the illness she had, she was not coughing. And if she is, put it into her program and show her how to cover her cough. I haven't heard back from them. She doesn't have a fever. She's better. She's coming home on the bus as normal, and there's nothing I can do if they're scared of her not covering her cough. And the nurse said, well, if she's coughing, she's spreading it. I'm like, no little kids cover their cough. Like, They just don't all the time. You can't control that. And if you do, if you want to control that, you need to shut the schools down. So that comes to my next point is I think they're going to shut the schools down, and I'm not looking forward to it. Although I understand, I really understand. I have 2 kids that are immunocompromised. I don't want them to get the coronavirus. We don't know the impact that it actually has, how deadly it is, because it only seems like they're testing people who show symptoms. That's not even people who don't show symptoms. You can carry a virus and not show symptoms. So we don't know how deadly it is, but I'll agree with it. I'll be fine, but it's not that simple for a child with special needs. A child with special needs can't tell you if they feel sick. And that's the other thing. I made sure that Kiera was not sick before I sent her. And that's where I get very defensive, because I try so hard to make sure that my kids are not giving other kids anything. The other thing is they're directing the remote learning at kids that have regular needs, kids that can do math and reading and social studies, and saying, well, make sure you're going to have to make sure your kid does 3 hours of learning a day. That's not going to happen for a kid with special needs and behavioral issues. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen unless you have a typical kid. It's just not going to happen. Kiera has specialized programming. Her teachers have specialized instruction on how to deliver that programming. It's not that simple. So a lot of kids are going to go a long time without instruction, and that's scary. That's scary to me as a mom. That's scary to me as a special needs mom, that because of a pandemic, which we can't control, all of these kids are going to go without services. We just can't do it. We don't know how to do it. I'm an educator, and I am here to tell you that I can't educate Kiera. I can't do it. It's just not the same. I can't give her socialization at home. I can't give her the ABA therapies at home, because I would have to go in and learn all that programming, and I can't do it. So that's scary. That's scary as a special needs parent. In my school district, it's not going to be a problem. I'm going to guess everybody has internet access here. But in low-income areas, those kids don't have internet access. Their parents are not going to be able to teach them remotely. And that's a real concern for me. So you've got the kids with special needs who won't be learning, the low-income kids who aren't going to be learning. Doesn't affect me, no big deal. It affects the elderly, the young children, the kids with special needs, the immunocompromised, the lower class people who are going to have to not go to work or leave their kids home alone because they can't afford to send their kids, or they can't send their kids to childcare. So it's going to affect the lower class because they don't have the resources. This whole pandemic is much more scary for people who have immunocompromised family members, the elderly, the people who have children with special needs. It's all and the lower class. It's all so much more scary because of what's going to happen if somebody can't go to work. Somebody has to stay home with their special. It's just so scary. So I just wanted to put that out there because I see people saying, big deal. Like, I'm just going to go travel and have fun. All of these kids and families that are going to be affected negatively. If a low-income person that doesn't have sick time or PTO doesn't go to work, they don't get paid. And these kids don't eat. That's the kind of thing that goes through my mind. Because those things are hard. It's hard. I'm lucky. I get to stay home with my kids, but I've made some sacrifices to do those things. And not everybody can. So it's scary. The pandemic is scary. The thought of how it's going to affect everyone's life is very scary to me. So anyway, here's a clip of Kiera running on the beach the other day when she was so sick. Yeah, I just don't know. I'm trying to figure out what am I going to do with Kiera. I'm going to have some sort of structure for her if she's home for a month because of the pandemic. Like, I'm not going to be able, there won't be any remote learning from a book bag for her. She doesn't know her ABCs. She's just learning how to count. There's going to be major regression. It's just, there's so many things that are affected. Coronavirus, which is now a pandemic, according to the WHO, and it's just scary. So, and hard. It's just hard. It's not so simple. It's not as simple as, okay, it's okay, I'll be fine. I can just work from home on my computer. It's not that simple. A lot of people will be affected negatively, and it's not just going to be about old ladies fighting for toilet paper. My mom and dad told me about that, how there were people fighting about toilet paper. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Cover your coughs and your sneezes. Wash your hands, and just think about how you going out in public affects the immunocompromised people, affects the world in general. Like, it's not just that problem. It's going to affect everyone in so many different ways. And that's my thought for today. All right. Have a good day.